Howdy dookie, people. Same thing, right? And how are we this evening? Good, I hope. I'm having a cup of coffee. Enjoying BFD. And speaking of, this is BFD. This is probably the best drum program on the market, in my opinion, bar none. Back before, let's go ahead and start from where I began with it, which was BFD 1. I had a drum machine, the Boss DR5 rhythm section, and I was able to program different velocities into it so that it would actually give more of a natural feel, light, heavy, and medium. That's the only things it had. But then if you had an external source, you could do, MIDI has 127 velocities. Now on the keypad, it only recognized 3 touches, but if you had an external source, it could record anything, any velocities that were coming into it. So I got a drum pad set that on the outside. I should get pictures of them and bring them up. You know what? I can do that while I'm talking, and that way I can give you guys an idea of what I'm talking about. Let's see here. Boss DR5. And let's get an image. And pull it up. View image. And then close that. And then let's go with the Yamaha DD55. And there she blows. And let's go again with the images of the Yamaha DD55. View image. Alright, so, okay. What I started with was, let's close BFD and go to YouTube. There we go. Now, this is the drum machine I started with. It's laid out like, as you can see, E, A, D, G, B, E. It's laid out like a guitar, and then E, it goes in. So it has basically 3 tracks in the background. So you can, it has the drums on one track. It's like a 4-track in one machine. So if you can program the backups, which I could, I could play all the instruments, I just couldn't. This was like the 90s. I couldn't play them all at one time. I didn't have the studio knowledge to do it all like I'm doing now. So this was my option, and that was to swap instruments and whatever, blah, blah, blah. The way I ended up doing it, I made the files were like way too large to me, because I was like, each part had its own little, drum transfer and stuff. So I was trying to do it as realistic as possible. Originally I was beating it with just regular fingers, tapping out the pads. But as you can see, accent 1 right here, you had to like hold that while doing that. That made it soft. And if you hit it normal, that was medium, and then accent 2 made it hard. So you had to like go through and step program. There's a where's the button? I don't know. There was a way. Yeah, real step. If you hit this real time, you hit regular and then hit play. But if you hit it a second time, it goes into step mode, and you look at all of the like the kick, snare, and you can go through and adjust. So if you want to go through and doom, da, doom, 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 and come back later and adjust the hi-hats to be going. You had to go through step by step and adjust the velocities on those. I did it. I had nothing but time. Like I was single, like I am now, so I just did that. There was transpose, which would allow you to go beyond just the EAD. It would just move this. Like these always stayed EAD, but this then, like if you decided to start going up, like E would be here, then F would be here, then G would be here. You know what I mean? And it could get all the way to where A was here. And now you're playing like it had a capo on it, and it played just like a guitar. So it was really cool. I could always do like guitar synths. I could do synth lines and stuff as if I was playing them on a guitar. I could play the scale literally like a guitar. I could play it on there, just but it'd be like a violin. For bass, same thing, doom 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 doom, and you can have it where it will quantize as it's going in, and as it's going in, that way it would lock up my tempo and stuff, and so I'm sloppy, but it would tighten things up. That made me a tighter guitar player to play along with the fucking rhythm section, which is playing like fucking tight as shit, and I'm not. but it didn't have as much emotion as I wanted. So I checked in like how to get more out of these. What is there more emotion? And they said if you had an external source. So I got one of these to trigger and record into that. The MIDI out goes out of that into the drum machine, and I can hit this at 127 velocities, and it'll play that. Sorry, having coffee. So, that was cool. That was really cool, and I did that for like a long time, and I must have been about 25. I started doing it when I was about 22, maybe 21, 22. Just working with because I didn't have a drum machine, and I didn't have a drummer, and there was no other options. I had to do what I had to do, and so I did that for years, and working with those two. And one day I was at home working in the studio. I was like, man, I really don't like the sounds of this because it just sounds fake. I wonder if I know, like my friend Andy from the band I was in Michigan, Sublimation, he was into sampling and stuff. I'm like, I wonder if anyone's done an engine where they sample a drum set at multiple different velocities. And so I go to look, and it says that Toontrack had Superior Drummer coming out, and one expansion drum kit from Hell, and that was already out, but it looked nothing like what I wanted to mess with. It had all the samples and stuff, but it looked like a contact player, like an old contact player. I wanted something different, and I looked BFD. I saw BFD was on the list too, so I pulled that one up at the same time. And as soon as I saw it, I'm like, yeah, this is it. I could tell because you could see like from like you're looking in from a console, you're looking at a mixing board, and it's not like this one. It's actually a bit more. It had like a window that you were looking into at a drum set. It was a cartoony representation, but it had like on the side, it had, your microphones and different. You had your pieces over here. You had microphones and stuff. It was an interesting. Let me see if I can find that BFD one. It was very, very. F expansion BFD one. Images? Any images? Probably not. They probably scrubbed them, I bet. No, there's one. I found one. But I wish I could get the actual interface look of it. There's this one. No, that doesn't look like it at all. That was just a lure to eBay. Let's see if I can pull this image up. Okay, yeah. So, it looked more like that. I don't know if you can even see that. It's so tiny. Yeah, probably not. But it was a lot different. You can see the drum set back there. You can see the little knobs on the side and over here on this side, and whatever. It had a mixing board right here in the center, and you could pick the different pieces. Blah blah blah. Don't like it comparatively, but what can you do? So. Bam, 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 lamb. There we go. This I really liked because when you do go to the kit look, it wastes no time trying to do the graphics. Right? No time. This is just like a blueprint of the drum set, and so there's no energy wasted. So like all the sound, and that's what's important is the sound. From BFD from the beginning, it's been about for drummers, and I don't think it ever was designed to be like a guitarist tool. It's always been built to be like drummers. E-drums are the way of the future, and we're getting on board ahead of time, and we've got a really nice setup. So if you're trying to play an E-kit like that little Yamaha DD55, you can use that with this and sound like where you at? It's crackly because there's too much stuff going on. Let me minimize the those shitty pads. without the crackle of streaming. Sound like that. It's incredible. It's got effects for each drum. Bam. You have on, like I said, on the snare, you can go and check the, if you want to just have a snare, like all the effects on this, the main master snare. But if you wanted just the snare bottom, let me flip the groove. Browse grooves. Where'd the snare? Oh, I tried to solo it. So let's play. Okay, so this has got, like I said, it is truly a drum solution. Look, there's your snare hit. See? You can draw in there, you can take things away, you can move things around. You know, if you need the snare to come on, you know what I mean? I don't think Superior Drummer can do that. I don't really care. You know what I mean? Say your song went like that. Bah. Bring the, but yeah, that's one of the reason I was doing this, was to show you that you can do this. You can EQ all this differently. See, each one has their own track. Combined together. EQ each one of you separately. Take the sub out. Just to kick in. You know what I mean? You can sculpt it exactly as if you had an actual, I mean, it's a drum solution. It's not a drum replacer. You're supposed to, stop. You're supposed to lay your performance. And that's another thing. Let's go to the groove editor. Right here. Notice this button right there? That is record. So any MIDI coming in, if I'm playing with the band or a band and I have a digital kit and we're practicing, I can run through at any point in time, hit record, as long as we have the tempo, it'll play the click track in my ear, not necessarily anybody else's. And we play the song through. And that's record. Save that as a song, name it as a groove. You can break it down into all these little pieces. Like the closed set, you know, if you have the different, you know, you have one long piece and just keep cutting it, making a new piece over here. See? Hang on if I can get there. Yeah. New groove. And then you just paste it. And then you cut the chorus and paste it. You put the, you know, the verse and paste it. And then you can do multiple different versions of each one. So that way, if the band goes out, like if you get sick, the band can go out and play. You can record a video of you recording all those different parts with different camera angles and stuff, and the gig can go on without you even being there. You can be, hey man, I'm sorry, I'm sick. That can be like live recorded now, like I'm sick, I'm really sorry guys. Rather than get someone else to fill in, I went ahead and recorded my parts, and so I mean I can't be there, but I'm kind of there. They are going to choose, like depending on the energy of the crowd, like which version of this, you know, I've played several different versions. But there's a video of me, you know, recording it down, so you see that it is me playing. It's not a drum machine. You know what I mean? It's synced up, even with like the count in and everything. And then, there's like, if you do it while you record while it's in the studio, it can be the one that's on there, like, oh, we're gonna use the one straight off the album for tonight, guys. You know what I mean? Like everybody's like, ah, you know what I mean? Freak out, because like if everybody recognizes the drum beat, you know, automatically, and it's got the exact look, kit and effects as it did in the studio when you were working on it. It is the exact same sound. His exact performance. It is everything. It has all the transients, all the EQs and all that stuff. Then if you go to another song, well, if you change the kit by changing the preset, please don't lock up on me. You need a 3-tom. London Pearl. This is actually like a John Bonham. It's supposed to sound like a John Bonham kit. Um, it is done by. Oh no, this is the Steve Ferrone kit. I must have accidentally recorded over the one. So Steve Ferrone. This is the snare from American Girl. Well, she was an American girl, raised on promises. That's it. That's the one they used on that. I'm not saying it's tuned exactly right or anything like that or the same whatever. This Ludwig Black Beauty, that is the one from the Black album. There are several. Like I've got Chad Smith's snare. I have some prototypes of Matt Sorum's snares. It's insane. I mean, look at all these snares. This is Manic Depression. From the Manic Depression, it was called Manic Love. It was Whole Lot of Love was the one kit, and Manic Depression was the other kit. And they did. I mean, they did a really good job of capturing it. Oh, you want some 70s? We got you. You want, there's the Whole Lot of Love. Whole lot of love. Like I said, how hard is it going to be for me to actually get a snare that I like? Mapex with Moon Gel. Mapex just brass snare. Mapex Phosphor. It just keeps going. So this is the pure. It's not been mixed or EQ'd or anything. You can mix and EQ it yourself. These have already been like if you want a preset and drop it in. See the difference? So if you just want to click and play, they have you. They got you covered. But it really wouldn't matter about that because almost all of the packs, I guess I might have installed them because I don't really use them. I like to build my own, but you can see like BFD3 has its own presets. So there's your drop in and plug and play. They already have like a person that mixed them. There's someone's already mixed these, the 70s style kit. I much prefer to build my own kits. I like to have like a preset to get the idea. You know what I mean? If I have like I said, I know that I want to have a 4-tom and a clean sound like that. It's very clean. Well, I'll start with this kit, and then after I get it together, that's probably what happened with that other one. I'll start bringing in drums. That might not be the snare I want. That's closer. That's more like it. You know what I mean? But I'm just going to keep on looking for. The thing is, while it's playing back, if I can stop that and go to Groove Editor. Okay, that's right. Let's see. Browse grooves. Okay. Now it's probably going to end up closing down, but that's all right. Is this the one? No, this is from Dark Form. That's what I thought. I got lots of Black Beauties. Okay, and I can do that with all of the drums. Toms, whatever. Hi-hats, everything. And let's see. We got kick. Since I own all the packs. 293 kicks, 525 snares, one under other. That's a kick, was it? Oh, that's a kick. Okay, duh. But this is, yeah, it's showing his kick. I don't know. Anyways, 147 hi-hats. There's brush, mallets, rods. Right? Want some hip hop? We got some hip hop. We got your hip hop. We're down with the hip hop. We like the hip hop around here. Hip hop, hip hop. I don't know what's wrong with me. Oh yeah, too much coffee, I think. Speaking of too much coffee, I think I need to smoke some more coffee. No, I don't smoke coffee. It's a jokey smoky. You know what? I think I left it in the other room. Groove. Oh, check that out, man. That's so dope. Let's listen to this groove for a second here. Let's see what it can do by itself. BFD is awesome. Boy, howdy, that was a groove and a half. I tell you what, that was worth the wait there. There was really no other motivation behind that besides just listening to the greatness of the groove. So, as you can see, this is some pretty incredible shit. But it can do, I mean, you can load it. There's all kinds of different packs. Let's take a look at the drums. And got Andy Johns. These are great. Let me go to the kicks and just show you a kick of the Andy Johns. Boom. All these kicks. See, there's bonus kick 1. There's two different kinds of the same. Now, Andy John is the guy who invented the Bonham sound. That big, boomy, levy break sound, he's the one that invented that. I mean, they were recording in a mansion. He went through the whole thing as a video, how they did it. Now, what the collaboration with Bonham, like he wanted like a big, huge sound. He's like, put his mind to it and figured out a way to do it. Whatever, he was an engineer that did it, and that kit right there was actually owned by John Bonham and given to Andy Johns. And the cool thing is, all these producers, like Andy Johns, kits, you know, he mixed them with, he brought in a bass player to make sure that the bass drum didn't disappear as soon as the bass came in. So they're mixed correctly. BFD1 has 9, 15. Switch to snares. Not all the same either. They're all nice and different. Alright, so then there's what I was saying about those other ones like Jazz Noir. Let's see. See? Brush. Stick. Brush. Stick off. Brush off. Kick. Dope, man. Just dope. Toms. Got brushes and sticks. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But these producers like Andy Johns and there were some other ones. Let's see who else we got. I know I saw it. Yeah, Stanton Moore, his Symbol Collection, the Black Album, which is the actual Black Album that they used to record Here, this is the kit they used to record the Black Album. In the studio, they recorded the Black Album. Cymbals. Right? So that's pretty dope because I can just count it in, you know, with a cross stick. Virtually, you know? Inside the thing, I can just hit a trigger and it sounds like I'm doing it, you know what I mean? Inside everybody's headphones, if everybody's playing with headphones. Like when you're doing Jam Kazam, if you're on stage and there's no actual sound being made because the guitarist is plugged into a virtual amp and he's got headphones on. The bass player is plugged into a virtual amp and he's got headphones on. The drummer's playing a virtual kit. You're in a BFD. You need to hear that stick click, you know, to count everybody in. You can do it on the hi-hat, but that gets kind of boring sometimes. But it'd be nice to have, like, you know, either a cowbell, you know, or something like this here, this guy. You know, get your little bonga bonga. Since I got dual tones, I made sure to get ones that have different distinct sounds. So that way when they hit the rim and whatever. These producers that do these ones, Andy Johns, Jim Scott, Joe Barresi. This was done by Henry Hirsch. Yeah. Then Alan Parsons did the Black Album. The Black Oyster. All these right here, Billy Cobham. That I believe was done by... Crap, I'd have to bring up Sonic Reality's page. It's a famous producer, but he did all these right here. The Billy Cobham, they're, you know, Neil Peart, Nick Mason, Rod Morgenstein, 70s kid, Terry Bozzio. I mean, that's a big kid. He's got a bunch of rototoms. Vinny Appice was drummer for Black Sabbath for a while. Woody Woodmansey. This Yamaha Hybrid it was a kit that was from a company called Drum Drops, and I have two of theirs. The Mapex Saturn Heavy Rock, which the Mapex Saturn Heavy Rock is the Mapex. It's like a worse version of BFD's Oblivion, and their hybrid kit is kind of good for. I mean, I think it was free. I don't remember. It was at least like very very cheap, like $5 or something like that. And I was kind of like, yeah, I can't. I mean, gotta do it. And it's got a bunch of junky pieces and stuff like that, but you can EQ and bring the volumes up and all that stuff to bring it up to the industry level, you know, like the level of all the other ones of these other packs. But yeah, there's a bunch of really great ones, like contemporary, vintage. Jeez, that's so good. Look at all these snares. Actually, let's go to that right there. Simone Cohen's a genius, dude. Stuart Copeland, snare, kick. This is the genius of Simone's freaking packs. Look how many versions of this. Just the felt, and then there's also the open and the plastic, right? So you got felt closed, plastic closed. Felt closed loose, plastic closed loose. The beater that hits it. Felt closed open, plastic open. Felt, plastic. Now why? In case your song needs more of a that still matches the toms that you're loading, see? Look how many samples there are of this. What do you need? More dry and punchy? Do you want it to last? More roomy? You know, more or less ring? But you can choose between the different ways, and those are very common things. To take the head off, to put the and keep it tight, or to keep it loose. You know what I mean? To give those things, to give it that sound. And if you only have the kick, you don't have all those different versions. Kind of SOL. What if you prefer like a rubber beater to a plastic or a felt? I mean, a plastic beater to a felt. We prefer a felt to a plastic. And you recorded with plastic. He just covered all that, and he did that on Imperial drums. He did it on Contemporary Vintage. He did it on Modern Retro. See? Now this is running through my processors of. Let me go ahead and turn those off, anyways. So it's not. Okay, there's the snare. Let's go to the snare. Well, I'll just show you this. That didn't hurt your speaker or anything like that. That's just the raw sound. You can EQ it however you want. See that? And then turn that on. Now it's under control. Has a little bit more pop. To have that transient on there. But even that's left off. You know what I mean? So like a lot of the thing that I liked about Superior Drummer is that the snares did crack the way I wanted them to. So it's pretty clear they already put the transient on there because people want that on there. I like the way they did it because now I can adjust it to how much I want it to be. Now, some snares have a natural kind of a pop on them. All of them can get dug into to get that. But some of them have more of a natural, so it has much more of a crisp. Or I mean, if it's got a ring to it, when you do that transient, it's going to be, I mean, it's going to be metal and sharp. If it's more wooden, it's going to have like a pop, and it's going to be very, shotgun kind of sounding, very organic. You can run multiples. Look, you can. Okay, so if I wanted these two tones to be together, instead of do that, I just do link, and I link this to this one right here. Now they're linked. You see how I drew those together, and now whenever I hit one, it hits both. So if you need one, just have a two-tone, but have it have that much power. Easy to do. How do you clear the link? No, I'm gonna go to the link or something like that. Link to, unlink from. There we go, unlink from. All. And then you unlink from all. BFD is just so easy to do, man. I love BFD. So you can swap the drums right here if you know which piece you're going for. Look at all these packs, man. Look at all that. It's crazy. So yeah, I mean, you start with, it's nuts. Select and all the snares here you can choose from. Toms, high toms, floor toms. It's nuts. This is for a modern 90s kind of sound because I believe the black kit might be based off of, if this is modern retro, I'm going to think if that's, no, I thought it was Nirvana, but there's two kits, and I know somebody in there. Matt Cameron plays a Yamaha. Is that a Yamaha kit in there? No, it's a Tama. So I don't know. But it's supposed to have that kind of a more of a vintage, like nice one. Speaking of, this kit right here, Deluxe, they were working with Steve Albini, BFD. The Deluxe was second or third pack. I think XFL. That's another. Okay, so when I go to the website, I was like BFD. Okay, what is BFD? And then I go there. I'm looking at all the stuff, the features. I'm just falling in love as I'm looking at it. It's like, okay, yeah, this is exactly what I want. This is exactly what I want. Frequently asked questions. How much space does it take? Blah 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 blah. What does BFD stand for? Their answer? Well, they're definitely big and they're definitely drums. I fell in love immediately because, I mean, you mean to tell me the program I use is called Big Fucking Drums? Oh, fuck yeah, dude. I use big fucking drums. That's what I use. Love it. So I was like, oh my god, hell yes. And so I was already in right at that point, at that moment, and I've been in with them since then. I didn't get it till BFD2, but once I got BFD2, I just started getting expansion after expansion after expansion. This one right here was from BFD1, and it came transferred over. Steve Albini. This is his pack. He did a pack. These are all owned by him, liked by him. Yeah. So if you are going for that in utero sound, these were recorded by Steve Albini. So if you can get the guitar sounds in a similar kind of vein, like the amplitude or something like that, I mean, what I often do is I'll try to find raw and as clear sound as I can of what that person does and works on. If they have like a, especially like if you do mixing with the masters, you can check out Steve Albini and he'll show off like, guitars and stuff in his amps. And just listen to how he gets the sound and what he's talking about, how he does it, how he mics the room and stuff like that. And then try and emulate that. And not necessarily like to whatever, but to try and get that kind of live performance sound that he gets. He's very good at getting a live performance sound. And a very natural sound out of all the instruments because he really cares about. I mean, this dude he was very nuts and very passionate about it, which is always great. Some people refer to a lot of those albums as like noise albums, but he understands what I understood, which is like everything has its place. There's like a whole totally terrible sound will sound great in one song. So keep that broken thing, that broken cymbal around. Don't get rid of it. You need a weird sound. No one else will have it because no one else has a cymbal like that that's broken like that. Just use it on the one song to accent the one part where it goes, you know what I mean? And it doesn't ring out all the way because it's cracked. They're like, dude, what the fuck? That was a great ass cymbal. Like, yeah, it's actually cracked. What? Oh yeah, it's split. I'd beaten it too much. Is that when it cracked? No, it was cracked already and I'd replaced it, but then there was that part where never needed to chop off and it just does it naturally. I didn't have to choke it or nothing. It just cut itself off. Oh, fucking. And then next thing you know, people are doing that shit. People are stacking their, the bell upside down on their ride and shit like that. People copy, man. People copy, borrow, and it's what we all do. We all borrow and copy from everybody else. But like I said, this will get you that more of that kind of Albini kind of sound. There's the heavy kit, which has no snares at all. But Birch Custom Absolute and the Rock Custom, dope kits. Then it has the toms. It doesn't have any cymbals in these packs. One of my favorite kits of all time is that RC, the Recording Custom. Jeez, that Birch, it sounds so good. And then I go through and I'll find like one of the wood snares. BFD, either metal. I can do metal snares sometimes because, let me show you that real quick. Oh, look at that there. Joy Jordison, is that the? Yeah, Joy Jordison. His Pearl. Great thing. I don't have to set on any one sound. Song to song, I can change. It does not take long to load a preset. So I mean, if you had, like I said, if you had a singer who could vamp for a bit, like, how you guys doing? All right, that last song was so and so, and by the time they're done doing just a little bit of that is already done. I'll show you. This kit right here is, let's just drop out of that so it doesn't, so look, the original kit that it was. Now we just go find, I'll load a 5-tom, black if I can, heavy black, there's heavy BCA, I'd rather have heavy black. There's a Terry Bozzio Rototoms, so that one, boom. It's still loading, there we go. Ready to play, guy. You can see they're still loading, but it's ready to go. It's got enough samples loaded. I think it loads in layers of, like stacks of velocity layers. There's like a stack of velocity layers that load, so you can immediately start playing, and it has like a low, medium, and high of like 10 different velocities. And all these are loading in different sets of another 10 that makes it more articulate as you play. If you need to start playing immediately, you start playing immediately, and as you're playing, it starts getting more and more articulate. That's my belief. I could be wrong, because I mean, really, between like if it goes 1, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 100, 110, 120, and then later on goes 5, 10, 15, 20, you're not going to really notice so much. And then as it starts getting later, I mean, as soon as it starts getting such minute changes between 124 and 127, are the ears actually noticing it? Now, I know when it's like full blast, that's why they have the anti-machine gun mode. There's a whole like under the preferences, so that way it doesn't trigger the same sample over and over. It has what they call round robins, and so that way if you hit like 127 like 3 or 4 times in a row, it'll grab 3 different 127s, because it has like 8 round robins, I believe. It's got a bunch. So if you hit 127, there's like a couple different 127s to choose, and they do that throughout the entire spectrum, not on every note, but around the area, so that way you don't have like a ta 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 ta. It's like ta 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 ta. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't go like a machine gun, just all the same exact sample. It won't do that. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. They could have easily done just something like the pitch, and that if it comes in the same thing, just change the pitch by a little bit. Maybe a little bit more than that, you know, I mean, between like, you know, where it's noticeable, but not super. You know what I mean? It's more like the head is deforming, getting bent, getting hit. I think that'd be much more, and then they can randomize the tuning. If it hits 127, it can do that a lot faster than having to go grab another sample. It's the same sample, it just pitches it. I think that'd be faster. You know, the computer, instead of having to go find another sample, load that thing, it just goes doot, 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 doot. You know what I mean? Just randomly kind of bounces through them. Not a ton, enough to make it noticeable. Find out what a noticeable amount is. Jump 5, plus or minus, randomly, within, you know, a certain amount of area between, you know, of zero, the event horizon. Which would be 127 velocity. So, whoa, blow. I said, damn. Fudge. That would be the manic depression. Yeah, then there was the, I already showed that one. No, I thought it was supposed to be the whatever it is. Not Loud Love. Every time I hear something, Loud Love, Soundgarden. But yeah, there's so many packs, man. Like, again, there's like the 70s pack. The 70s one, I believe, is the one that was used for, what's his name? Elton John. There's a lot of these people, like Billy Cobham played for, a lot of people, but yeah, Hugh Padgham. Oh, this is the In the Air Tonight kid. But at its core is just a Premier kit with an extra mic that's sitting right here, that's floating in the air, and that's what gives it that and it's like this weird, almost like electronic sound. It's way too famous. I'm never gonna use that for whatever. But then I'll go through here, just pull that fucking microphone out of there, and now it's just a freaking Premier drum kit, I don't like the yellow, but I mean, no one's gonna see that. Who cares? Yeah, in the audience, like they're gonna say, "Is that a yellow kit that I'm hearing?" Big Bird. Anyways, so yeah, I mean, this is just like one of my absolute favorite plugins. I might do a dive into like Amplitude and Pod Farm and shit the same way, because they do the same thing. And just as, like I said, I've recorded my performance, actual banging on the pads, how hard I bang them, when I bang them, how locked to the metronome I banged them. You know what I mean? And so I put my performance out using usually the drums that sound like crap from the drum machine. To I need a sound. I need to hear a somewhat of a snare in the general area, to get me in the mood, in the right zone to play that performance. And once I play the performance, it's more playing the performance, and then I bring that into here, and then what do I want to do? Look, it tells the year, 1980. If I want to choose, like I said, if I want to go through all and decide to nothing before. What was that? 1994, can't use it. 1980. 1962, I could use that. 217, can't use that. These are decatones. I'm put a performance of Little Drummer Boy or something like that. This is it doesn't have the date, but seeing how it was Vinny Appice. I'm not saying it's gonna have to be old, but I mean, if it's one of his kits from the Sabbath days. Yeah, Ron Donette, hell yeah. This thing is the Donette titanium. This thing is made out of titanium. Made in 2010. Oh, so good, man. That deep, and that's titanium. But it goes through. It's got several different. As this mic feeds over here, let me clear these up. I can get rid of any. The mic feeds that they have over here, it has one that goes to a trash, which is, you can do all kinds of stuff that you just cannot do in reality. Like after it's sampled and recorded, they ran the samples out to a Marshall amplifier and then recorded that sound in the room or whatever, however they captured it, and then added that to the sounds that you can add into the drum set or cut completely out. Like if you want to have it's already got that in there with a very trashed out sound. And then if you don't want it, then you just take it out. Like I said, with In the Air Tonight, you just take the microphone out. It's like actually having the shit. It's insane. God, I love these. Andy Johns. I think AFJ is Andy fucking Johns. Yeah, these have different heads. The Black Mardi Gras 2002. Heads taped up Remo clear. Now let's go up here. Pinstripe. Pinstripe. Remo pinstripe, see? Does the pinstripe floor. And does a taped up Remo clear. So then, yeah, deluxe. These are Simone's kits. Look how many he hit with the Blastics, brushes, mallets, rods, sticks, and we're still in the 10 webs. Then the Blastics, he did all, you know what I mean? Not on every kit in that pack, but he did, look, Jesus. It's just nuts, man. It's just nuts. Toms. How many toms do I have? 790. Okay, I thought I had more than that. It must be the cymbals I have. No, 667. Hey, I'm glad they threw in that extra one. Percussion pieces. How many do I have? It's not gonna show me, huh? Alright, well, I got a lot of percussion pieces. I've got. Come on, man. Irish Bones. Moose Heels. See the pitch? They just changed the. Frying pan. I'm gonna find that fucking kitchen sink. Oh. Imagine changing your toms to those for just a little breakdown. Then you switch to another thing. Or if you have, like I have, like these three, and they're in key with the song. You know what I mean? Dun, 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 you know what I mean? You can get really dramatic with this shit if you want to. Or the timpanis, same thing. Dum. How many cowboys do you need? Neil Peart gave us a bunch. Spoon Man. Egg shaker. It just goes on and on, man. It's not. It's just percussion cymbals. Yeah, you can do a Christmas song. Sure. Yeah, we can get lost at sea. Oh, I love that one. I don't just. Trash can. I wish they would have done a 50 gallon drum. Yes, please. BFD coffee cup. Coin scrape. Gypsy time, anybody? Yeah. It's nuts, dude. Just gonna run through these. I'm not gonna. Yeah. Look. Ridiculous. It's just. Look where we're at here. Let's just go ahead and speed this up a little bit here. Just keep on going, buddy. Just keep on. Just keep on going. Yeah, we're halfway. Just keep on going. Rides. Yeah, you're seeing on the UFIP. You're seeing all that. Yeah. It is. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Constantinople. You know what I mean? There's a whole Zildjian packs. There's whole Sabian packs. There's whole... Really, after a while, it starts being like, why would I want a real kit when this one I can carry with one hand? You can pack it up and fold it up and put it in the back of a freaking 2-door car, man. It's nuts. If you have like one of those smaller kits, even my kit right now, I could make it fit into the back of a car. Easy. Even if I had to break it all the way down. Easy. Just leave the brain wired up and stuff, and I'm back. Or label the cables. Label the cable guy. So, yeah, man, I just really love this program like a whole lot. I have and always will, like I said, because when I first got it, we were with Zygote, and we released the album with our drum machine and our old guitarist Dale, and he left the band, and so the drummer Mike, and so me and Matt went back to just me and him jamming, and so I was doing the drums. I was like, that's when I was like, I wish it was no get 52. So we remixed the album so that way it doesn't have any of their parts in it, and the drums or the whatever, and we switched it out for BFD. We re-released the album. No one really bought the first one too much, but the second one, like I said, one of our fans comes up and is like, fuck yeah, because they're playing it over the PA. That's what I'm talking about. I'm like, what? And he's like, yeah, I don't know why you guys were ever messing with that stupid drum machine. Your new drummer sounds fucking awesome. I'm like, just like inside, just grinning away. Like, that's exactly what I wanted to hear. That is exactly what I wanted to hear. I looked at Matt. I was like, we'll tell him. We'll tell him you said so. Oh, yeah, man. Oh, no. Chad Smith, China. Chad Smith crash. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. How many rides do you need? If you're doing orchestral stuff, I mean, imagine like if you are doing sound scoring. Well, they have you because check this out. They have not only the Japanese taika percussion, so they got the kicks, no, they got snare. So you can do that kind of stuff. They have hi-hats of those people. Soda! And I don't think they have any simple percussion. No. Okay, so they have those. There's a kabuki and no, which yeah. Yo, ho, ho. So yeah, there's all that stuff if you want to do some, whatever. There's nope, not that. There's a library. For soundscaping, they have orchestral. timpani drums for percussion. And the chimes. Then, also they have marching drums. Watch your, hold on to your buttholes. Warning, bass is about to get low. Get low. If you want to get like a, you know, hip hop fucking thing going on, and you actually get like a marching band, you can, yeah, man, you can do all that shit. Yeah, so you can score music and stuff, like, you know, like genuinely actually do it. This is designed for actual, as you can see by this thing. They're not fucking around here. They want to give you all the tools to move your look at all the mics they have out there. Now, some of them are only working for certain pieces because, like, certain kits have those extra. So I can show you like that. See, it didn't have all those extras out there. Didn't have all the extras out there. It has all those extras out there. That snare will go out to all these different things out here. If you set it to do that, you can turn them on and off right there. You can adjust how much they're going to them right there. You can change if it going. You know what I mean? You can change which one's going to. You can route it out to different shit. It's a drum solution. You can, if it's not loud enough, you can turn on the loudness. You can, I mean, if it's the wrong pitch for your song, adjust the pitch. For me, I tend to find that I need to take it about, I mean, for my songs, I tend to take about, like, you know, 0.7, 0.8 semitones down. Sometimes a whole semitone and, you know, a little bit more. I just find when it does, it seems to sit in the mix better. It just seems like it's part of the song a lot better. When it's high tuned, it's just, I don't know. I think my music just has like a darker feel to it, I guess. And so tuning it down just a little with those few cents helps a lot. Makes it feel more, you know, the snares at home. So yeah, that's basically like the layout of my kit. I got 5 toms, I got a kick, snare. I have all these extra, these 3 pads are sitting like right over here on my kit. I have all these cymbals. This right here is actually another snare that sits over here on the side of my hi-hat. Aside from that, it's like a blueprint of my overhead look of my kit. It's nuts, man. I love it. I love it so much. Fucking awesome. But yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and shut that down. I'm not gonna shut that down just yet. So we're in 1 hour. Wow, hit right at 1 hour. I didn't mean to, but I mean, I just get talking about it, and I mean, crap, dude. What am I supposed to do? So. Yeah, let's do that. Do that. Do that. Yeah, now this fade transition is going slowly. I feel like I'm at the little kids' table at Thanksgiving, watching everybody else have a good time. Me and the kids over here going, this sucks. This sucks. This sucks big time, right? Why do you guys look right in the size of the chair that you're sitting in? I look fucking huge. Oh, that's funny. Okay. Laugh at the gentle giant. Is that what we're doing today? Huh? Eating a bunch of turkey and falling asleep, farting in your dreams and laughing about it because you farting in the bathtub just giggling? Huh? Is that what we're doing today? Fine. I'll be a part of that. I had turkey. I had turkey with the rest of them. Whatever happened to calling somebody a jive turkey? Anybody old enough to remember those days? When we had a bunch of jive turkeys running around? Anyone? Or am I the only one that's old enough to remember some? There were a bunch of jive-ass turkeys running around this motherfucker, and then they just, I guess, turkey season, fucking, they wiped them out, man. All of a sudden, people are, you know, Toxic. I mean, jive ass turkeys. They're toxic and they're narcissistic. You know, just jive ass fucking turkey, bro. That could get you in a fight back in the day, man. You take that shit back, bro. Don't take it. You wouldn't be a bro on there, but you take that shit back. Ain't gonna be too many more turkeys up in this motherfucker, man. Yeah, but you called me a jive ass turkey. And that's I can't let that shit stand, man. Say it again. That's all I'm saying. Just say it again. Call me a jive ass turkey. One more again, and I'm gonna hurt you. 110. I think I'm done here, man. I think my work of boring everyone to death, and I think it's done. Check out Aris Artem on Blue Effects Records. Go to blueeffectsrecords.bandcamp.com. My band Gearedma's there. The other people on Blue Effects Records, Ian James, and Pariah Jones, Mike Langley. I'm missing people, so like all the people, I respect all the people on there. Like I said, that's why it was really easy to sign up with them. So, like I said, let me do whatever I fucking want. I mean, the label doesn't have any demands. Like, you know, there's like a Ars Artem 2 is coming out. I was on the Blue Effects sampler for 2021, and then on Ars Artem 1. And then you're like, hey, you want to put something on Ars Artem 2? I'm like, I really don't have anything new. It's like, okay. And just kept going, you know. It's like, that's cool. We got plenty of people. I'm like, oh, okay, cool, you know. Shit, if I would have known, I probably would have got something prepared, but I really didn't have anything prepared. We've been focusing on Troth. Dude, I want to play some of that shit for you guys so bad. It's so dope. I love it. It's coming soon. I wrote a song today that I call Swim. Well, actually, I had another one that was Swim, and then this one was either it's going to be part of it or it's going to be like an intro. I want to do some. We have some pretty, I think, pretty aggressive stuff, and then Drown Me is nice and mellow. And so I wanted to do that song Swim. I wanted it to be acoustic. I mean, like instrumental. But I want it to be as entertaining, interesting as any sing along. You know, even if it has like a sing-songy guitar part over the verse. You know, I don't know. I want to find some way to make it interesting so that it's not. A lot of instrumentals are just too complicated and too in depth for unless it's like so fucking skilled that everybody's like, have you heard that song? Dude's like the best guitarist in the fucking world, you know, and I'm not, so it has to be something else. You have to basically do kind of like some pop elements and stuff like that to the performance of guitar lead and stuff so people want to stick around. So I mean, I'm not saying I'll be able to achieve it. That's what I'm going to be shooting for. So when you hear Swim, just sit back and enjoy the waves of sound. I want the whole thing to sound very wet. You know what I mean? Just kind of drippy and yeah. There's a lot of cool stuff you can do to make that reverb and chorus. We'll do that in the heartbeat, and then a little bit of delay. That's just got this little drip. Fucking cool, man. Well, I didn't do any words of wisdom. I didn't do a joke. Maybe one day I'll remember to do it right off the bat. I'm just winging these things as I go, man. And I'm always stoned, so I don't know. Words of wisdom. Have no fear for atomic energy, for none of them can stop the time. It looks really, really, really... It looks bad out there. It's not as bad as it seems. So, don't just chin up. I mean, actually believe wholeheartedly it's gonna be okay, because it is. Everything's gonna be fine. And if you think, I mean, this is kind of, I am a dark person, but I was walking the store today, and I started having kind of like, I mean, I have AFib, and I was walking, and it's cold. When it's cold, my heart has to work hard to keep me warm, so I make sure I bundle up and stuff. But it's still like, walking in the cold. It's like fucking. It was cold out there, snow everywhere, fighting through the snow, and so it's extra stress and shit. And for a second or two, I couldn't tell if it was, am I really really stoned? Or am I having problems? It could go either way, really, right now. I mean, I did eat a bunch of chocolate a little while back, so it could go. It could go either way. Cause this thing's hit. Like, I mean, they hit hard, and these chocolate chunks hit hard now. The blue, like you would not fucking believe, man. I'm sitting there, just like, I think there's a video. I'm just like. But no, what was happening was I was literally like weighing, like it was a very, very important decision which bus compressor to use. I was like, oh man, because it's going live, so I'm trying not to make the mistake and get the wrong bus compressor. And I think finally I'm just like, you can replace it. You just take it out of there. Like, yeah, yeah, dude, just take it out if it's the wrong one. But you just see me just sitting there like, that one, no. That one's good, but no. I use that one all the time. I'm always saying don't use it. Like, dude, you're just thinking about it way too goddamn much. Just grab one that you like and put it on there. Yeah, but I don't want to be like, hypocritical and like go grab the same thing. You said just grab something you can go ahead and get stuff knocked out. We can always go do another remix later. Because I actually listened to it, and I cleaned it up a lot, but it still needs work. I did clean it up. I cleaned it up a lot. I mean, you can hear all the different pieces now, and they're now separated. Now it just needs to get the bass and the shit and everything kind of like leveled out. But for one day, well, 2 hours worth of work, and I really don't like to work too much on too many songs back to back unless I get like, I've had enough time right now that I could probably fire it up and start working on it again, because I've had enough time to rest my ears and shit. But yeah, that would be a word of wisdom. If you're mixing and mastering, when you're just recording, record what you record. But you do want it to sound good. So even then, try to give your ears a rest. On the engineering side, like, I mean, if it's just playing back or whatever, kick some things off and just let it play for a bit. I mean, especially if you know what you're kind of looking at and you're just trying to get an idea of how it sounds, you can hear it right here. And that also gives you another reference of, like, sometimes they tell you to go outside the room. And from another room, it should still sound. You should still be able to hear everything clearly. Walls, whatever, it should not matter. It should sound clear. It should sound distinguishable. Is it gonna be muffled? Yeah, but you should do. Okay, I can hear the kick. I can hear the snare. I can hear the guitars clearly, and the bass is kind of gone. That's what I was doing in the bathroom. I was brushing my teeth and stuff, listening to the mix that I made, and I was like, from the other room, the bass is kind of gone. I might have had the bass in here through the sub. Is reinforcing and making it sound like there's more. And yeah, these also. Give your ears a break from time to time. Even a good 15-20 minutes, go catch something to drink, walk, stretch the legs, man. Just give your ears a break, and then on top of that, try to listen to something else. Some reference material. I have lots of reference material, and you can make your own. If you have CDs, you can just, if you have a CD player in your computer, when you go to rip the CD, set the settings to be as high as possible. I think the one they have like a lossless file. And that's what you want. They're going to be huge. They're going to be big, big files for each one. But like, I've got several terabytes now, so I just have a folder just like reference to see. And what I did, you want to find mixes you, not just people in your genre, but mixes you respect, mixes that you think, when you hear it, like, God damn, that bass sounds good. You know what I mean? So you can play it through your system. It might be jazz, and you played metal, but what quality made the bass sound like that? And just bring that over to incorporate some of that into the metal sound, and therefore it's not so much like all that high end. Everything's like so high end. The kick drum. That's one of the reasons I don't like metal too much. I mean, I don't know what they're doing nowadays. They may be digging more into like the balls at your end of it, but it seems like everything's going the same route. Everyone's using the same plugins, the same amp mods, the same font for the fucking that big spiky font for what, you know what I mean? And everybody's doing, trying to get like the most brutal tone. But when you ask them who your influences are, oh man, like Black Sabbath. Okay, well, Black Sabbath just ran through an orange amp. Go back and watch some of those videos, man. Before there was the Tony Iommi model of SG, he just played a fucking SG. Did it have some mod pickups in it? Sure, probably. Possibly. Unless he, got to the studio and they had, he had a shit guitar and they had, dude, play this instead. And he's like, yeah. Well, you guys are getting advanced, so go ahead and, we can get you one. You know what I mean? Since you guys got an advance for this album. I can, we can get you even sell you that one, or whatever. I got too many around here anyway. Look at that. I got too much shit. You need a real instrument. Here you go, dude. You like this one? Dude, I love this sound. Just here. I can get it because I can get this replaced. So just fucking either take it or, especially if you believe in them, the band, you should. I get it. Like nowadays, it seems like that. I'm starting to talk too much, man. Shit, I'll get stoned and start talking some shit. But give your ears a break, and I'm gonna give yours a break because I've been just yakety yak, and you can't talk back. So, I was gonna show something or another, but I don't care. It's time to go. And when it's time to go, they say you close your eyes and sleep. And if you've been good, well, your soul's the Lord's to keep. See? Not a Kung Fu Fest. You thought it was. But no, it's not. Pa. See, you're going to be all edgy. I'll be able to sleep at night. Wondering when that Kung Fu Fest is going to get you. And you never know. It could be right now.